Hello, I'm Pete Martin and welcome to Mando Tips. Thanks for watching. This episode looks at developing a controlled tremolo. If you do not know how to do tremolo technique comfortably, watch the Mando Tips video, Tremolo Techniques. After you can do those techniques, then come back and watch this video. Now that you've learned the techniques of the tremolo, we're going to learn how to develop a controlled tremolo. To do this, we need a metronome. So take your metronome and find a speed where you can comfortably play 2 notes per beat, down up on each beat. I'm going to start with my metronome at 100 beats per minute. So you can set yours there if you can't find a different speed, if you can't find one on your own. So I'm going to count to 2 for each click. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to use my tremolo technique and I'm going to play 2 notes per beat. I'm just going to keep alternating my picks starting down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, go. Okay, now I'm going to turn my metronome up 1 click on my metronome, or 5 beats a minute if you have a digital metronome, and do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn it up one more time, 1 click or 5 beats a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I want you to keep doing this, turning it up 1 click on your metronome or 5 beats a minute until you either can't play any faster or you max your metronome out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now the second thing we're going to do is select a speed, select a tempo where we can play 3 notes per beat. I'm going to set my metronome at 80, 80. And now I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to keep alternating my pick, down and up, 3 notes per beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Always use your tremolo technique as you do this. So what we're going to do as we did before, turn it up 1 notch at a time or 5 beats a minute on a digital metronome until we either can't play any faster ourselves or we max out the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The next thing is we're going to play 4 notes per beat. So I'm going to turn my metronome to 60, 60, and I'm going to count 4 for each click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always using your tremolo technique. Once again, turn up the metronome 1 notch at a time or 5 beats per minute. And as this gets faster, it'll definitely start to sound like a tremolo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last thing we're going to do is play 6 notes per beat. I'm going to turn my metronome to 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so do the same thing as you've done before. Turn it up 1 notch at a time or 5 beats a minute on a digital metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as this one gets faster, it definitely sounds more like a tremolo. Now, if you want to, you can repeat this process using 8 notes per beat, 10 notes per beat, 12 notes per beat, etc. I think it's a good idea to stick with an even number of notes per beat, except for 3 actually. 3, when the tempo goes real fast, is a very common tremolo, 3 notes per beat. If you follow this learning process like I've just outlined, you will eventually develop a very controlled tremolo at any tempo, where you can play any number of notes per beat that you want. When you get comfortable doing all the exercises outlined in this video, watch the Mando Tips video, Banks of the Ohio using Tremolo. Check out my website, petamarpress.com, for free PDF instruction books of bluegrass, fiddle tunes, and jazz for mandolin and fiddle. Also, private lessons in Seattle and Issaquah, Washington, and Skype lessons to anywhere. Thanks for watching. I'm Pete Martin, and until next time, happy pickin'.